this not only happened once, but twice. It's crazy.
Hey, bro. Do lightning strike the same place twice?
No, man.
But Hallie do.
I,
Quit playing with me.
Hey, let's start with that game first, bro, because that's just fresh in the mind. Because that's incredible. I don't care what nobody says. They NBA teams, but to be down 20 points with 2:30 left, bro, and him to strike fire like that, 3, it's written.
Oh man.
I'm legit lost for words.
I'm listening, bro. I'm listening. You got the flow.
For the Knicks to be dominating the whole game, like legitimately dominating. Indiana set the pace, and they kept that high pace through the whole game, which I think that played to the Pacer standards and what they needed to do going forward. But man, not only did the Knicks look gassed in OT for sure, but they also looked like they didn't have a shot. Like to be real, like they didn't. And for Hallie to honestly, I thought he ended the game when he first shot the ball, and they said, "Oh, it's for 2," and they showed the read. I'm like, bro, I don't know, that's better or worse. I think I would rather lost like that, to be honest, and then go into OT to get outplayed like that even more. To be dominant, they got dominated.
I'm gonna start with this, man. Remember, I was telling y'all, hey man, I can't explain it, but it's just something about this dude named Hallie, right? I think y'all seen it. I think y'all peeped it. Like, I can't explain it because he's not like a crazy bucket getter, but when it's time to get that bucket,
he had 30 tonight.
Yeah, but like
he scored the most important points at times.
Shit, what did you call it the other day? Timely buckets. Like, he is a timely bucket getter, bro.
Yeah.
When he needed, when his team is behind, like, because it was earlier. They started. It was about a 14-point lead, and I looked at the game, and then Halliburton, I think he might have hit 1 or 2 threes, or he might have hit a 3 and a 2. But I'm like, okay, and that's really what started it coming back. Really, that might have been like in the second or in the third. But yeah,
I kid you not. The Knicks had their number the entire game. They were rebounding well. Mitchell Robinson played a hell of a game. Like, that's what they needed him to do. And the fact that Cat scored 30 something and Brunson scored 45, and these fools still lost the game.
Hey, bro, but look, I was gonna wait to say something, but you brought it up twice now. You brought up those numbers. I think that the Knicks played their best game. I don't know if they can do anything better than what they did.
No, they definitely can finish the game better or play defense better for sure.
For sure, but I don't know that those Cat and Brunson is gonna be able to score that easy. I didn't really think that they was gonna be able to put up, but they both put up like 30 something, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe Brunson had 40, maybe.
No, Brunson had 45 tonight.
Yeah. Because I didn't even look at the box score. But he had 43, bro. 43.
43, 45. Yeah. Don't matter.
He had 43 and Cat had 35.
That's a lot of points.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't know that they're gonna like that. I don't know that they're gonna be able to do that again. And even if they do, like, you know, everybody's gonna make adjustments. Like, this was a fill-out game for both teams. In Indiana, like I say, bro, what's the difference? But how they do it, they wanted it more, bro. More heart. They never gave up. They never felt they was out. Not for a second, because if they did, then they wouldn't have just did what they did, bro. Like, they wanted it more, and I don't like they now they know they can beat them. Now they know if they don't get down by 14 or whatever it was, that this should be a blowout games, bro. That's my opinion.
It's
they got all the more confidence in the world. You see, my man did this.
Yes, he
Like,
immediately went to that. I was like,
come
yeah,
on, bro.
he was
Like,
he was banking on it. It's just what I'm having a hard time seeing is when he hit the first two, why not run him off the line? Because he couldn't miss. He legit missed 1-3. That was it. I think he went 8 for 9. If I remember right.
let's see. Halliburton?
No.
Oh, Neesmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 for 9. That's right.
Bruh, after the second or third one, you gotta run him off the line. You have to. Because at this point, he legit but he scored 14 in a matter of seconds.
They said in the last 2 minutes it was a 20-6 run, bro.
Yeah, that's
perfection.
But that's basketball at its purest, though. And like you just don't never know what's happening. I give credit where credit due. The Pacers don't ever give up, and they are legit the only team I have seen where you got to play from the tip off to the very last second of the game.
Bruh, look, we finna come up with something. This is what it is about Hallie. I got it. He's 2K. When you see him play, it's like you playing a game of 2K. He getting blown out the whole game, and then he just do every little thing right in the last couple minutes, bro. That's 2K. That's 2K.
It is like it's like watching a video game when you watch him play. It's just the
2K.
fact of like, wow, what could you do if you're the Knicks in the last 2 minutes besides play better defense? It's not like he wasn't scoring the ball.
Yeah,
Adding them was rolling, but they look gassed.
Hey, bro, they went 8 deep, bro, and they are gassed. They went into OT, and they heart got took out their chest because they gave it they all on their home court, and they lost, bro.
But this is what I am gonna say.
They're gonna be tired.
If I'm the Knicks, I'm upset, but I know what works.
You know that you did it once.
No, I know what works. I know how we can beat them. Like, I think if you're the Knicks, yes, you got to be upset. You're pissed that you just gave game one away when you had it wrapped, like you had it like literally sealed up in the bowl. But at the end, bruh, you got to be ready for game two. You got to still have home court advantage going to Indy. Because going to the field house is not going to be sweet. It's going to be loud. It's going to be rowdy. But if you the Knicks, you can take a lot of good things away from this game. I think, if anything, you got to watch the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Damn the rest of the game, because you dominated most of the game. That last 2 minutes and 30, we got to figure out what we did wrong completely.
Yeah.
And then build from that.
I say this too, like, the Knicks was on fire to start the game, and Indy got off to a little bit of a bad start. So, like, how
Indy started 7 for 7.
Well, yeah, but after that,
yeah, they did kind of hit a little dry spurt, yeah, for sure.
And that was a separation. So it's like, you know, it's I'm telling you, bro. Like, I think it's a lot more Indiana one-sided than people think, because Indiana didn't play their best game. They just fought harder, I guess.
You can see them seeking out Jalen Brunson, going into like the OT with the 5 fouls. You can see them seeking them out, doing the double screens or pulling Cat out there and then leaving Jalen Brunson to guard the backside. It was rough because Jalen couldn't do anything. He legit either had to get out the way or play some actual defense and make a good contest. But with 5 fouls, you're more likely gonna get out the way.
Yeah,
you need to stay on the floor, especially. It's like it's hard to explain this, bro. Like, the only way I say this, like playing system basketball, 20 up or 20 down, the game's never over, and that's legit what we just saw right now. I can't wait for game 2 for them because it's gonna be interesting. This might legit be one of the
Hey, say that again. Hold on, cause it froze.
Oh, this legit might be one of the best players we ever get to see.
Hold on. Give me a second. Let's pause it because you're like completely froze.
All right.
Uh, Let me I recorded all that. I'm gonna end this recording and then let me like restart it because yeah, I don't know if it's your internet or mine, but it's just really bad right now. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
restart it, bro.
Bet. This legit might be the best series we might get to witness in a long time. I think the last, like a really good series, last time we got to see was the NBA Final Series. Was, even though it's not the NBA Finals, but was Golden State and the Cavs.
Yeah. That was crazy. The back
But
and forth all the way to game 7.
yeah, but I think this legit might be that same type of, even though it's not the finals, but it's the East Conference Finals. But this
Yeah.
legit is gonna go 7. But it's just I don't know if the Knicks gonna have all the gas, enough gas in the tank to
To
finish
make
it
it.
out. They gonna steal some games. Oh, best believe that. I just don't know if they gonna steal. They gotta win game 2 going back to Indiana. They have to. That's a given. If they
Yeah.
don't, it's gonna get real ugly.
That's what I was just about to say. Like, if they don't win game 2, it's gonna be a sweep. I don't see them going into Indiana. They're gonna be already tired and even more beat down, and Indiana gonna have just that much more confidence, like they wasn't already confident.
Yeah.
So yeah, can't wait to see this next game, man. And like you were saying, it's gonna be it's got that crazy energy. I want to say because it's New York, man, and it really matters. And it's like everybody want to see what's gonna happen. So
Yeah. I
it is cool.
I think this is my thought on it. Everybody want to see New York win for one because it's one of the meccas for basketball. New York's one of a really big franchise and all that. But when's the last time we seen New York be really good?
Mm,
And they didn't knock. They already supposedly knocked out the number one threat,
Boston, yeah.
Boston. So like, what else is in our way? Indiana, and I overlook Indiana. I'm like, just because you can score a lot of points doesn't mean you're gonna win games. You got to get stops. But they play at such a high pace right now. It is insane.
And I
The
think
Knicks, they
everybody
gotta
knows
be
their
better.
role.
They do.
I didn't see anybody try to like do too much, so that was
No,
cool to see.
I think the Knicks, they gotta, for one, be more defensively sound in the games or ending quarters because they had a lot of mislaps, like trying to get the ball in at
Yeah.
certain points, but also just like careless defensive efforts, um, where they were switching when they should have been switching, and there were points like when in the OT, nobody was guarding the ball.
Yeah.
And Holly got it back in immediately in legit, just, I kid you not, threw an underhand one hand pass with his right hand and threw it down to as a name heart for a layup. It was
uh,
nobody guarded the ball.
yeah.
It, that was that's just like mislaps you can't have.
So let's see if they make that adjustment. If New York makes that adjustment next game, if they,
Yeah.
yeah,
New York should be one. New York should be up 1-0, but they're not. And the fact that they're not up 1-0 should piss them off to a point where you're thinking we legit gave away a game.
gave it
We just seen the
away.
Cavs do this,
Mm.
and y'all legit gave away a game. It's no other way to say it. You gotta finish.
I hope it ain't no more close games because New York they gonna be messed up. They gonna get flashbacks.
I don't think they built for moments. They really are. But it's
Yeah,
just the fact of like they look tired. That as simple as that. They did because if they would have won a regular regulation, they would have been good. They would have been fine. But the fact that they had to go to OT, yeah, it's wraps. It was wraps on that when they went to OT. Momentum swing, the pendulum was gone. It's all the way up the Pacers. To go from a great game to talk about this bullshit here makes me even more upset. This game. First off, shout out to SGA for winning the MVP.
Shout out to him. I didn't expect it, but shout out to the guy.
Winning MVP. He bought all his teammates rollies.
That's kind of hard. Yeah.
That's kind of hard.
Nah, you know what? I'm starting to really like him. He's a good dude, and I like how he went up to Westbrook after last game and showed him some love too. So he can go up to the meanest guy and show him some love. So that was cool, man. Yeah, I'm really starting to become a fan of these young guys. But man, I'll leave it at that. These new young guys is really doing their thing, and it's been a question of, is the NBA in good hands? Like, I feel comfortable after today. I feel comfortable to say that the NBA is in good hands.
We're gonna see a lot of good basketball going forward, and that's not including with the kids we don't know about yet that may become up and coming, and maybe on the rise for sure. But back to this bullshit here.
Yeah, let's go.
This made me upset. First of all, they had SGA in a great position in the first half. But Minnesota had, for one, too many turnovers. They settled for too many threes. And they fouled too damn much. That's a recipe for disaster right there for those three.
Yeah.
Let me read you off some splits really fast. And I want you to tell me who you think who is who. 3 for 14. 1 for 11. 3 for 11. Who you think is who?
Players?
Yes.
I can't give you who, but I can give you 3. I can give you McDaniels, and Randall.
No. These are all bench players. This will piss me off even more. Dante DiVincenzo, 3 for 14.
I told you.
Naz Reid, 1 for 11. Alexander Walker, 3 for 11. Bruh, they shot the ball horribly. I don't think they're gonna shoot like that again, horrible like that again. But the fact that they didn't really produce anything, like nothing, that was the game.
Yeah,
that legitimately was the game. Ant only took 13 shots.
It's crazy to think all of this, and they was up like the whole game until they wasn't. It's crazy to think all that.
Yeah, that third quarter, they got steamrolled.
We talked about it.
Yeah. And let me read you off another one. 3 for 12. 0 for 7. 2 for 9. Them are the threes they shot, bro. Dante DiVincenzo went 3 for 12.
Oh my God. You don't take that many shots.
0 for 7. Alexander Walker went 2 for 9. Like, and they got some really good open looks. They didn't knock them down. And that's credit to OKC's defense.
Yeah.
Because they were, I knew they could play defense, but damn, they were cutting off gaps, loading up on Ant Edwards. It was I don't remember him getting a paint touch for real.
Yeah.
Or when he did get to the paint, he was throwing into a corner because he was just seeing so many bodies when he was on ball. They were just throwing people at him, like legitimately. Seeing 2 guys every time, closing gaps immediately. He could knock it downhill, and that's what he does best.
Yeah.
And, bro, 9, 4, and 8. They combined for 21 points.
Yeah.
Like, that's not gonna cut against OKC. As you stated earlier, their bench is way too deep for y'all to not shoot the ball well. Yeah. We can't play the odds game with them. Like, eventually y'all gonna hit shots.
Hey, it's somebody you ain't talking about, and that was my main focal point of why I didn't like this matchup. You know who that is?
Julius?
Nah, Rudy.
He had 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game.
You know how
That
many
was a
points?
problem in itself too, as well, though. Yeah,
You know how many points he had?
2.
You know how many rebounds he had?
I think it was 3 in
3.
21 minutes. In 3 and 21 minutes.
The guy that was doing this against the Lakers.
Look, bro.
The guy that was
Everybody had
doing
their
this
number.
against the Lakers.
They had 7
Hey,
fouls in the
look,
first
look,
quarter.
look, look, look. That's the end of that guy. We ain't talking about him no more. We don't bring his name up.
Hey, but let's talk about Chet though.
Mm.
Chet started the game kind of shaky. He did, but damn it, he played well. Him out and Hartside played exceptional. They made it damn near impossible, and he made Julius Randle feel like he had Julius Randle looking kind of different. And then Caruso playing. The fact that Caruso can play a 5-through-1 is crazy by itself, bro. There's no reason why somebody his size should be able to guard a 5 and
Lakers
still be
should have paid him.
Bro, he should have got paid by plenty of teams, but they don't believe in what he can provide. But somebody did, and it's about to pay. It might pay off.
No, it's gonna pay off because I know I said Indy the other day, but OKC is really, really good. It's gonna be a great finals matchup if it's, I mean, whoever it is, right? But I think if it's them two teams, like that's what I want to see, honestly.
That's
After
gonna be
watching
high
both
pace.
game ones, it's
Yeah.
gonna be high pace. It's gonna be defense. It's gonna be big time buckets by guys like Dort, um, like big time buckets by Hallie, Naismith. Oh man, it's
See,
gonna be electric.
this is my thought. I think the world wants to see Minnesota and Knicks because that's going to draw a lot of people, but it more likely might be OKC and the Pacers.
It's weird to have two small market teams in the finals.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be it's not going to be really antagonizing to watch unless you're just a true basketball like fan. Because I think most people are going to watch it. Hey, it's the Knicks because the Mecca it's back. They make it to the finals. It's back.
Hey,
Them Rays gonna be good regardless.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be
we gotta push it though. We gotta push all this narrative out there. We gotta be the people that's letting these new people know what's up with this new generation, with these new hoopers.
But
That they gotta tune in.
I'm not counting out the Minnesota Timberwolves yet, though. They gonna make adjustments.
I don't like them.
I think they have to use their size. They have to play more. They got to get better paint touches, and they got to figure out a way to keep Rudy on the floor longer. If Nasri and them are gonna play that many max minutes, they got to produce, and they did not produce.
Yeah.
So therefore, Rudy has to either be on the floor longer, or you got to get better production from Nasri and all.
Man,
straight from another bench because they only going 8 deep.
The biggest thing that I'm taking away from both of these games is like I can't wait to see what adjustments these teams make and who makes the better adjustments, because that's what it's all about at this time of the year, man. And it's just so exciting, bro. I can't wait.
If I'm Minnesota, I have to force J-Dub and Lou Dort to beat me. Them two have to beat me shooting the ball.
Yeah,
they have to.
Dub had 19 and Dort had 5, bro. I think Dort gonna have a better game.
Yeah, and people call SGA a foul merchant, bruh. Hey, he playing by the rules. If they calling it, use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Until they stop calling it, why not go get it? If I can get Rudy Gobert to sit down in the first 2 minutes of the game and him not to be a threat anymore, you damn right. I'm going to get them fouls.
I'm disappointed that Luka and Austin Reeves and LeBron didn't just attack Rudy Gobert the whole first quarter. That's what you got these 3 guys for.
Julius Randle first. I think that was a bigger problem with them at that moment. And
oh, for sure. He couldn't miss. He couldn't miss that series. He probably went there like, y'all drafted me and y'all did me bogus, and he probably came there with some different energy personally. He played crazy.
He had 20 in the first half and ended with 28.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a fall. I'm not gonna say that's a fall, but that's a hell of a you slowed down a lot.
And was it him or did they make adjustments at half?
I think it was him because
Yeah.
usually Ant comes in the second half and he does all the cleanup and really finish the games.
Okay.
Like for the last 2 series, Julius has been starting the games really well and holding down the fort in the first half of the games, and then Ant-Man comes alive for the second half and like kind of finish everything off. But the fact that Ant-Man only took 13 shots and Julius finished with 28 and he had 20 in the first half, he went 5 for 6 from the 3-point line in the first half. That's when did we ever see Julius Randle shoot that many threes and at that high of a clip? Like I don't care what you're saying. You playing into their hands shooting. Granted, you're hitting shots. They were hitting shots at a point, but they were living and dying by the three, and they definitely died by it in the second half because they got steamrolled. SJ had 20 in the damn near in the third quarter. So it's adjustments got to be made. If I'm OKC and I'm the Pacers, we up, but we can't settle. But if I'm the Knicks in the Wolves,
the Knicks gotta go.
The Knicks, we gotta. If I'm the Knicks, we gotta finish games. But if I'm the Wolves, hey, we gotta figure this shit out fast, or this can get ugly.
Oh yeah, and only had 18 points. Like I feel like he can come out and produce more. Like
he got to be assertive.
And the first half was really good. Like as to where I feel like with this Knicks series, I feel like if Indy wins this next game, like it's over. Like that's how I feel. I feel like this series can still go. I feel like Ant is not playing with these dudes. If he got to put up 80, he gonna put up 80. You know, like I feel like if it's game like what you call it, the last game before you get swept. Like a closeout game for OKC. Like I feel like if it's a closeout game for OKC, Ant is not going. Like he gonna put up every bucket he got to put up, you know. And then I think that's because you say you like Ant. I feel like that's when we could see him be special. Yeah. Right now he's trying to be like the Olympic guy, like the team player. He's trying to let everybody do their thing. But I think at some point, like Ant he'll cut it on right. And so like I'm excited to see this.
I think he has to get off the ball. He has to get off the ball and get off ball actions for he can get downhill faster.
Yeah,
he has to.
When he gets downhill, it's crazy how fast how quick his step is. I guess I would say.
Turn that corner, it's raps.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's floating in there, he gliding like it's crazy.
And if I'm Jay McDaniels, you played great defense the first half. When you got overly aggressive and you start reaching, that's when you got caught.
Yeah.
And some fouls I think Shea got on him, they weren't fouls, but hey, that's how the game go. Sometimes you're gonna get hit with something you don't know. But if I'm Jay McDaniels, you gotta make Shea work harder, and we gotta use Michael Conley or they gotta keep switching off or something, or have Jay McDaniels be help side on SGA. Because he cannot be in foul trouble. They need him down.
Yeah.
But them 3 months off the bench for Minnesota, y'all gotta produce. It's now or never. Because y'all gotta win. They have no choice. They have to win going back into Minnesota.
And I don't know what it is about DiVincenzo. Like all playoffs, like he ain't really been on. I don't know what it is. And I know he got it. But I don't know what it is.
Last year, he showed it.
Yes. And he showed it like I'm talking about like I know he got it because when they've played the Lakers in the regular season, he's always the one. I'm like, man, why you leave him open? Or he make that lucky shot that he's overly contested, shouldn't make it, but he still make it somehow, like or make the right pass.
Naz Reid was just the 6th man of the year last year.
Yeah.
I know he ain't drop off by that much. He's still producing at a high level.
Oh, yeah.
I really just think he had a horrible game. I don't think he's gonna play like that again. But Alexander Walker and DiVincenzo, I'm not for sure if they're gonna get those max amount of points like they need to from them.
Yeah. You think it's them, or you think
he's due for a good game, but he has not been shooting the ball well postseason.
You think they're playing bad, or you think OKC just game planning well?
It's a little bit of both.
I'm looking at the game plan. Yeah.
I mean, because they're getting good open three looks and good shots. My only problem with Minnesota is they settle too much for just the jump shot. Nobody was in true foul trouble for OKC. If you pick up 8 fouls in the first quarter of the game, bro, that's a bad sign. That's not going your way.
That's what the Wolves did.
That's gonna hurt you at some point in the game.
Yeah.
Because when they needed Ant-Man in that third or into that third quarter, beginning of the fourth, he couldn't really play. Because he already had 5 fouls. The man got a tech by throwing the ball at SGA for the flop foul, whatever.
And I didn't even, I at that point in the game, I'm like, mentally, he checked out.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think they got to find an adjustment for sure. I don't know what all the adjustments they got to do, but I do know what OKC's going to do. They're going to put Rudy in every action offside, like that far screen, like rub screens and flare screens. They're going to put him in every action they can possibly can. If they can get him out the paint and get those lobs like they did for J-Dub or try going for check, backdoor cuts, they will do it all game. Because SGA is going to get the paint touch. This is my personal opinion. Even though SGA scored 30, he shot the ball 27 times.
I don't agree with those type of
activities. He was
not efficient at all.
But he shot 11 for 14 from the free throw line.
Okay.
So like one guy shot 14 free throws. Jalen Brunson just did the same thing today.
Yeah.
But they're both considered foul merchants. I think they just manipulate the game to a point where they understand how the rule book works and what was considered a foul, and they just play it to their advantage.
And I think I think this also, like, Jalen Brunson's a smaller player, so he's not like, his finish package is amazing, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He has a nice touch around the rim, and man, you just got to give credit to these guys. They're very crafty, and they put the time in and the work in. They're not here for no reason. Jalen Brunson has a handful of nicknames, and it's all clutch and time of the year and all these things. And like, no, this isn't by accident. Like, the guy does this.
No,
and SGA does it too, man. Like,
we got a reason why they're considered the 1%.
Yeah.
Of like the world playing basketball. They're considered the 1% because they're legitimately that good. But this Thunder and Timberwolves series, I still think it's only gonna go 6.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be a great series.
But what's your predictions? Who you think how it plays out for Thunder and the Wolves?
Man, I think it's gonna go to a game 7, and I think at some point I think Ant's gonna go off. But I think I'm gonna pick OKC to win, but I'm gonna say it's gonna go to a game 7, and I'm gonna say we're gonna see some really good games out of Ant.
I'm talking about for a next game for game 2.
Oh, next game 2. Well, they in OKC, right?
Yeah, they're still OKC.
Yeah. I'm taking OKC, man. I think OKC wins big. I would say by 20 points. I say that they gonna have a great first quarter, and they're gonna take off. I think they're gonna have a great game. OKC.
I'm still sticking with the Wolves. I think the Wolves win game 2, but I do think they only win by a slight margin. It's gonna be within 5.
Okay.
I believe it's gonna be with 5. If they win, it's gonna be by 5. It's not gonna be no crazy blowout. I think people get into foul trouble game 2. I think they start attacking the rim a lot more, and they're using their presence in the paint. And I do think Rudy's gonna play a lot more and be more effective.
Okay.
I'm booking this now. Nas Reed goes for 15 or more game 2.